Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through this evening, Tuesday night, and thank you for all of you who've tuned in live around the country tonight. Come in, have a seat, get relaxed. If you haven't yet done it, if you're new to the room, put your phones on silent for me so that we can get through the next 40 minutes without disco dancing. All right, we don't want any of that tonight. Folks, this evening I'm going to spend about 45 minutes with you talking about DuePoint. That's where you're at this evening. That's what we're talking about. DuePoint, to start with, ladies and gentlemen, is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. This is important, really, only to kind of demonstrate to you and the average South African that this is not a new thing that you are entering into this evening. Constantia is a 7-decade-old insurance company, started in 1952. We are 66 years old this year. And so you might not have heard about us before, but I can assure you that you are dealing with something that is not only a licensed life and short-term insurance company in South Africa, but a listed entity as well. We need to tell you this because of all the nonsense that goes on in our economy here in South Africa. We're constantly being exposed. I read in the papers every week some spot where some other South African has lost more money to something around the corner. So we want to just give you some sense of security about who we are. Go to the front door on your way out. Have a look at our licenses and associations. Look us up on the internet, on the internet. There's our FSP number if you want to jump onto the FSCA's website. They're not the FSB anymore. Now they're the Financial Sector Conduct Authority. Okay, it sounds much more powerful than Financial Services Board, and they are more powerful, and they are going to give me more grey hairs guaranteed. All of this, of course, is to give you some security, and we want you to go and look us up, get comfortable with who you are dealing with this evening. In addition, I want you to know the team, because the team is not some kind of Facebook made-up entities, which we see all the time. We actually are real people. We live in South Africa. You can find us here. You don't have to look us up on Skype in a Russian prison, which was where one of the things came from. You don't have to look us up in Australia or America or China or anywhere. We are right here. And Monday through Saturday, if you need to find us for any reason, you can come and find us in these offices. This is me in the corner. The only one of worth mentioning, Brendan Penfield, the senior executive here. The rest are just that we had something else to put in the picture, you see. That's Tim over there. He's our banking expert. Next to him is Stacey. She comes out of the auditing industry. We're the chartered accountants in the room. Then we got Jane. She's our direct selling expert. And next to her is a stranger. We needed a tall, dark guy in the picture. No, that's Rob. He's our marketing guy. He does all of our marketing here at DuePoint. He's on holiday at the moment, so I'm allowed to rip him off as much as I like. He can't fight back. And you will see him on stage with me every now and then as well. Everything that you see, feel, and touch here at DuePoint was designed by Rob. All of us have had decades in this industry, whether it's been on the financial services side or in the marketing or the sales side. But the most important fact is that we're actually here and that we're real people. We want you to have comfort and confidence in what we're going to talk about this evening. We are not the same as what you might have heard about before. We're completely unique in the South African industry. Now, what is it that we do here at DuePoint? Well, we have two objectives. Our primary objective is to put into the hands of South Africans a tool that they use and control themselves to create a recurring, lifetime, stable income. This is completely different from every other system in South Africa because our hope is to be able to put you in a position that you're not in right now. Right now, you are a full-time employee probably or a small business owner, and that means you have zero control over your income. You might have thought you did, but tonight I'm going to reveal to you that you do not have control. Why? Because you know someone else tells you what you're going to earn. Someone else tells you what your salary is, what increase you're going to get at the end of the year, what bonus you're going to get, and will tell you the day your employment ends. Someone else will. You will never be able to control that. In the same vein, you do not get to control the economy that we are in right now. The economy that we are in can fluctuate left and right. We don't get a vote in it. To all of you, 1st of April, we know what was our Easter gift this year? 7% increase in VAT. Everybody keeps telling me it's a 1%. It is not a 1%. It's 1/14. It was a 7% increase in VAT on the 1st of April. And that means that we all got 7% poorer on that day. That was our Easter present. Because I don't think any of you got a 7% raise on the 1st of April, did you? No. Okay, so how are you expected to cover the cost that has now hit you on every angle? Every product that we buy now in South Africa costs 7% more. But nobody got a 7% raise. We have absolutely no control over our income or our economy. Our hope with our tool is to create an income that you control. And that's not an income that's here today and gone tomorrow, but an income that comes in every month reliably and stably, putting you in a position to start pulling yourself out of the system we're stuck in. Because right now, this position of not being in control is something that has been around for a long time. We might not have known that we weren't in control, but it's been around for a long time. And we've had to survive through it. What have we done to survive? We earn so much, but our expenditure is this much. We have to bridge it. We have to bridge the gap. And what have we done to bridge the gap? We have invented every form of debt known to man. If there was an Olympics for debts, we would be getting all the gold medals here in South Africa. In fact, the rest of the world does often model their debt systems off of South Africa, because they're like, damn, I would not have thought of that. Let's use that here too. Okay. We have every form of debt in South Africa. You can now get debt for your groceries, which means that one day your children will pay for food you ate. That's what we now have in South Africa. If I opened any one of your wallets, how many cards would roll out? True Withers account, Studderford's account, that one's gone, it's all right. Edgar's, that one's going, you can also chuck that one away. Woolworths, you've got all the cards, don't you? Hey? Mr. Price, they're all in there. They're all in there. We have invented, but we've had to, because we've had to bridge the gap between what we earn and what we spend. We haven't been given a choice. We've had to survive. Our hope is that we can create a different kind of bridge, a bridge that's made of income, that you can control. That's our primary objective at DuePoint. Our secondary objective at DuePoint is that we want to create an environment where South Africans can get involved in the financial services space again. It is the most regulated industry in the country. My Christmas present this year, not yours, not like the Easter where we all got it, just me personally, this year, was another 16 pieces of legislation. I just want you to think about that. 16 separate pieces of legislation I got for Christmas. I had to read through all of that and adjust my business as a licensed and listed insurance company to fit into that. What it does, ladies and gentlemen, is it excludes every South African from getting involved in the financial services space. It pulls up walls and no one can get in. At DuePoint, we're bringing those walls down. We're opening windows up in them, and through our technology and our system, we bring South Africans back into a position where they can get involved in the financial services space in South Africa. With those two objectives put together, we created what we call the DuePoint system. The DuePoint system is where you come in. What it does is it allows you as an individual to contract with us as a wealth engineer. A wealth engineer has one task. It's not selling, it's not advertising, it's not advising. It is the simple task of connecting individuals to us. That's all you've got to do. As you connect the people that you know to us, you create for us market penetration. You allow us to get to people who would not normally have responded to us through other forms of advertising. We then are able to come along as DuePoint and facilitate the purchase of our products into this penetration, this market that you've created for us. By doing that, we of course are able to create revenue, and it's from that revenue, that mechanism, that we are able to create that recurring extra income in your hands. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what is very important, the thing that separates DuePoint from every other system in the country, and I can say that quite confidently, is that we create an income that is there every single month. You do not sell in our system. We don't sell trinkets and pots and pans and creams and milkshakes and all these other things that I see. We do no selling here, which means that in the months when you don't have time, you don't have energy, you are sick or on holiday, you still earn, because the income comes in every month. It is not there only when you successfully make a sales transaction. This is very important to note. Most people struggle to get over that. Most people are stuck in the I need to sell something mode. Here, you are free from selling. We use financial services and lifestyle products here that all run on automatic debit orders, which means that no matter what your personal circumstances are in any given month, the debit orders are raised, and where the income is collected from there, your income is earned. You do not need to be running month after month chasing people to buy and spend again in our system. It is a system of proper freedom that we create for you. Now, we layer that system with your ability to leverage others. This is critically important if we're going to be an economic solution in South Africa. In your normal jobs, you've got 8 hours in your day and 2 hands to do your work with. You can only do so much, and you can only create so much revenue. In our system, we borrow from some older, more classical systems where we allow you to build teams. And you're able to build a team that is working probably 24 hours a day for you. We have seen channels that grow every hour of the day, which means that you are creating income for yourself now on a 24-hour 12-hour basis, not just an 8-hour-a-day basis. You've leveraged your capability beyond what you would have been able to do with normal employment. Now, what is important to remember is that this is not employment. At DuePoint, becoming a wealth engineer is not a job. We do not contract you in with an employment contract. No, we simply put a tool in your hands, and it is this tool that you will use completely independently from us in creating your own income. That's the position that we put you in, and we put you in that position without financial risk. This is the next very important thing that needs to be understood, and people battle to understand it. In most systems, what do you see? At the door, there's a credit card machine, and they say, you can get in if you pay so much. $80 a month, $90 a month, 3,600 Rand for the starter kit, 15 Rand per application form. Oh, you'd like training? It's 5,000 Rand for the weekend of training, etc., etc. At DuePoint, there is absolutely zero financial cost in being a wealth engineer. No startup cost, no starter kits, no credit card machines, no monthly fee, no admin fee, no marketing fee. By simply being a product owner at DuePoint, you're automatically a wealth engineer with no premium on your price, on your cost of your product. Now, this is critically important to understand. Many people now start wanting to discount the system. Hang on, if I didn't put my 40,000 Rand in, this can't be a real system. The problem is whenever people are putting large amounts of money in, they're losing that money, are they not? That puts you in an immediate loss position that you now have to catch up and overtake with whatever earnings you create. Here, you start at naught. The moment you start earning, you are making money in the DuePoint system. This is how we have created a viable South African solution. One that talks to our circumstances, not one that's sailed in on a boat from offshore where they do not understand our circumstances at all. All right. In addition, it does not require any qualification or education. You're not an intermediary, you're not a broker, you're not an agent, you're not advising, you're not selling, and you're not advertising. You don't do any of these things, which means that everybody in South Africa can be involved in the DuePoint system. And by doing so, we put you in a position now to be able to build, for the first time probably in your family's history, a real asset. They bandy this term around on Facebook, always trying to make you think you're building assets and you're really not. Here, you build real assets. Why? Because here you have teams that create recurring lifetime income with us. When you've got that position, you're now able to price the value of your channel. And when you can price it, you can sell it at DuePoint. You can sell it to somebody else. And once you have passed away one day, your channels and their earnings will be passed on to your children. This will occur generation after generation. It is part of the legacy that we are trying to create here as a 7-decade-old insurance company. We have built the system in a way that we believe has removed all the things that you don't like about these sorts of things. Firstly, you don't ever have to sell. Not ever. We contract you out of selling, so no more, I don't like selling, I don't have a personality for selling, etc., etc., gone. You also don't need to present. There's only 2 people that ever present at DuePoint, that's Rob and me. He's not here, so I can have fun with him tonight, all right? Only 2 people that present as us. And using our technology, we're in your pocket wherever you are 24 hours a day. You're never going to have to cram people into your from the braai into a lounge and lock the doors and say, you have to watch this business opportunity. No, we do all the presenting for you. You don't have to have any products. No more carrying products around in your boots and in your fridges and your garage and coming here to buy it. And you pull the label off and it's actually from another company and it's expired already, but they didn't tell you when they sold it to you. None of that ever happens here at DuePoint. This is a system you can be proud of, and it is a system of absolute convenience for you. It leaves you with the one task of simply connecting individuals to DuePoint. How do you do that? Well, there's only 4 ways to do it. The first way is you can go pick up our USB stick from the information counter. It's 170 Rand. It's got our presentations on it and a whole bunch of other things. You plug it into a smart TV or a computer or a laptop, and wham presto, there we are doing the presentation for you. The second way, bring people here. If you're in the area, come and bring them to our presentation room. Monday through Saturday, we present out of here. Night times, lunch times, mornings. You go to our schedule, pick the spot that makes sense to you, bring your friends and and acquaintances, we do the presentation for you right here. The third way is through our YouTube channel. You go to YouTube, you type DuePoint, and you will find our channel and every presentation we've ever done. Talk about an open book company. You can see every presentation we've ever done there, watch all of them, pick your favorite ones, and it means that anytime, anywhere in the country, you can be growing your channel and connecting individuals to us at DuePoint. We've got people around the country that watch us live, that use our YouTube channel, and are building wherever you are. So if tonight was a real inconvenience for you to get here, it's all right. This can be the last time you ever come here. Henceforth, you will click play on YouTube. So people say to me, Brendan, how do I convince people to come to DuePoint? Of course, you don't have to do any convincing. All you need to do is click play. If they say, no, I just want a summary, you go, no problem, click. If they say, no, tell me about the products, you say, sure, click. You never have to open your mouth in the DuePoint system. You simply have to connect them to us, and we do the rest of the work. Then the fourth way of connecting individuals to DuePoint is through our live broadcasts. Every one of our presentations every day is broadcast across the country, and it doesn't matter where you are. As long as you're connected to the internet, you click play with your associates around you, and you're in the room with us, as are hundreds of individuals right now in the room with us, watching us live from anywhere in the country. This is a nationwide business that's been made for your convenience here at DuePoint. Now, as you do that, as you introduce people, as you connect them to us, some of them will catch the vision of what we're trying to do here, and they'll become wealth engineers. Not all of them, mind you. No. Flip, people are desperate for money, but they're not desperate to do any work, okay? Nonetheless, some will catch the vision, they'll become wealth engineers, and when they do, we allocate them to you, and your channel is born. These folk go out, they do the same thing. They connect individuals to us, and some catch the vision, become wealth engineers, and again, we allocate them to you. This happens over and over again as you penetrate the market. Now, what's important to note then, well, actually, before I get to that, what we do then as DuePoint, the insurance companies, is we come along and we facilitate the purchase of our products throughout this penetration that you have created for us, and your income is born. Now, what's important to note is if you look at this thing, you will be quite reassured that it's not a particular shape, okay? Because that's the way people automatically respond. Pyramid scheme. Okay, folks, this is an actual channel that we've drawn out here. This is what it looks like. Does that look like this shape to you? No, it doesn't. But if I were to draw out the South African government for you, do you know what shape that would take? Don't know if you've noticed. There's one president and two vice presidents, and they've got 4 deputy presidents. You know? Doesn't, yes. But you were sitting here going, I know what this is. This is not a pyramid scheme. You know what? Also, it isn't. It is also not a get-rich-quick scheme. And I'm sorry, because that comes as a disappointment to most people. I learned this doing this presentation. I always used to say, no, I better tell them that this is legitimate by telling them it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. Half the audience gets up and walks out. I came here for a get-rich-quick scheme tonight. I'm not going to wait all my life. No. Unfortunately, folks, you've arrived at the get-rich-slow scheme. That's what this is, because it's genuine. We have 8 regulators that audit us, review us, and sit on our board here at DuePoint at Constantia. We don't get to get away with schemes and scams and funny things like that. This is a legitimate and genuine income earning opportunity, which means it comes with a price. It comes with a price. We've worked it so that it is not a financial price. But unfortunately, it still comes with a price, and that price is time. You will have to commit time to building your channels in order to create lifetime wealth with us. Now, that time is sometimes a price too high for many people to pay. They're unwilling to do it. I often say, this is hard work. And one of our wealth engineers said, Brendan, you can't tell them it's hard work. It's not. It's easy to connect people. And I said, yes, it is easy to connect people, but it's hard to handle the emotion. People are going to let you down. You're dealing with people here. And people let you down. They make you promises they don't fulfill. They come in, they sign in, they never pay for their product, etc., etc. Do you have the strength of character, and are you willing to put the time in to make your future completely different with the DuePoint system? I'm going to show you what we do. I'm going to show you how we build it. But that's the question you're going to ask yourselves this evening. You'll see that we are very different from everywhere else. Everyone else, they're going to bring you in and they're going to say, 90 days, you're going to be a millionaire. Come in, put your 40,000 Rand in 90 days you'll be a millionaire. You'll find we say the exact opposite here. We say, we will change your life. We will build wealth for you, and we will change your lives forever till your last breath and to the generation beyond. But you are going to have to put time and effort into this process. As you do, as you create those market penetrations for us, those channels of distribution for us, you put us in the position to do the first task, which is facilitate the purchase of our products. What products do we facilitate the purchase of? These three. The first one is our Access Wealth Plan. It costs you 324 Rand a month, and it gives you two independent products. The first one is your very own tax-free investment account. We take 100 Rand of your 324, we put it into your investment account, and it is immediately available to you. It is not an endowment fund. It is immediately available to you. That leaves you with 224 Rand, which is your actual cost each month. For that, you get 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. This means if you pass away from an accident, your beneficiaries get not only your investment, but 120,000 Rands worth of money. Proper 21st century value. Our second product is our Wealth Guard product. It's 299 Rand a month, and for 299 Rand, you get 1.2 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. No matter how old you are, no matter what your personal and pre-existing conditions are, no waiting periods at all. First payment, you are undercover. Folks, none of our products cover death via illness or natural causes. Why? Because that would hamper our primary objective. What's our primary objective at DuePoint? To create income in the hands of South Africans. Now, if we start putting death via illness and natural causes in, I've got to risk rate all of you. You're going to walk in, I'm going to say, how old are you? What job do you do? What pre-existing conditions do you have? No, I'm sorry, it's not 299 Rand, it's 2,999 Rand for you. What this does is it means that half the people you bring to DuePoint that you were hoping to put into your business, you can't put in. But now, with our products, no matter who they are, no matter what their circumstances are, 299 Rand a month, and you've got people in your business making income for you. Our third product is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. Our Wealth Points Buyers Club gives you access to the leverage we have as a 7-decade-old insurance company. We have people and suppliers coming to us all the time, and we're approaching suppliers all the time to get the best prices, discounts, packages, service managers, everything we can that you couldn't get as an individual, we get into our Buyers Club. And for 299 Rand a month, you get access to the entire list. You simply jump onto our website, select the supplier you want, see how you use the supplier, and you use it. Every single supplier you can use every single month in our Wealth Points Club. We love this product. It's our non-insurance, non-financial product, but we think it gives tremendous value. All right. Now, people ask me the question, that's great. We know the products, we know the system. How do you guys fund this model? How does the mathematics work? Well, it's pretty simple. In the traditional space, banking and insurance, how do we get you to connect with us? We advertise to you. We advertise on TV and billboards, SMSs, radios. We spend hundreds of millions on you. I was talking to one of my ex-colleagues from down the road at Prime Meridian Direct, and he was telling me now that if you want to advertise now on one of the SABC, I think it's the SABC 3 channel, at around about 6 o'clock at night, it's 250,000 Rand per 30 seconds. So if you run a 60-second ad, it's 500,000 Rand. So when you're watching TV around about 6 o'clock on SABC and you watch an advert, just watch how long it is. If it's longer than 60 seconds, it'll cost more than 500,000 Rand. Okay. We spend hundreds of millions trying to get you to connect with us. And how do we pay for that? People never ask that question. How do we pay for that? They always ask how I pay for this. No, it's easy. We build it into the price of the product. You paying for it. Whether you know it or not, you're already paying for all those adverts. You pay for it in your banking fees, you pay for your funeral cover, your car insurance, your home insurance, 30 to 50% of it. I know, I used to do the pricing. Is next month's advertising. Every time you pay, you're paying for next month's advertising. Now, we've done the same thing here. We built it into the price of the product. The only difference is we do zero advertising. That's why you'd never heard of us before this evening, because we do zero advertising. We use you to go out and connect individuals to us. And as a result, all that money that I would have paid to SABC, DSTV, Prime Media, etc., is now available to you and your channel. It is a simple redirection of the flow of our marketing fund. That's all that we do to fund this business. And what it does is it puts us in the position to reward you Because you've connected us, we're now able to reward you. How do we do it? Well, we got two ways of doing it. Our first way, the reason why you joined DuePoint, the thing that makes the wealth for you is our returns program. What it does is it pays you 27 Rand 50 for every product payment that is made in your channel, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel that payment was made. This is how it works. You go out, you chat to a few friends. Those friends, some of them become wealth engineers, make their product payment. When they do, you get 27 Rand 50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. 55 Rand. 21st century money. 21st. I had a lady here yesterday saying, "Oh, Brendan, when I heard 55 Rand, it was so little." I was like, "Oh, I couldn't do it." And I said, "Why did you say it was so little? All the other systems I know give you 1 Rand or 5 Rand or 12 Rand." She says, No. This guy down the road was promising me 450 Rand a product." Folks, the moment somebody promises you 450 Rand a product, it's one of these. That's what it is. It is absolutely impossible to do that. But look at the compounding effect of what we create here for you. 55 Rand, not for every individual, for every product. So if these individuals take more than one product, you get more than 155 Rand. 2 products, 110 Rand. 3 products, 165 Rand. You now control your income. These folk go out, they chat to a few more people. Some become wealth engineers, pay for their product. Again, you get 27 Rand 50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. You've been here in this particular example 5 minutes. You've put a handful of people into your channel, and you have increased your monthly household income by 1,000 Rand a month. That's 12,000 Rand a year extra. You do not quit your job to do DuePoint. If somebody else tells you to quit your job, shoo them away. This you add to your life. It is a tool that you add. Whatever you're earning during the month from your normal job, great. Around about halfway during the month, DuePoint puts another 1,000 Rand in. Another 1,000 Rand. You've done it with a handful of people. You put some more time and energy into the growth of your channel, and you start earning, but on a reduced basis down to the 8th point. But you have unlimited earning potential at DuePoint. From the 8th point on, you can earn on every product, on every point, as long as you qualify to earn. How do you qualify to earn? I went to the website of one of these things yesterday. It was so cross-eyed on the website. I had no idea at the end what you could earn and what you couldn't. In our system, it takes me 6 minutes to explain it to you. We've got a video on YouTube. Go and watch it. 6 minutes to explain the whole thing to you. That's how complicated our system is. If you want to earn on an unlimited, maximum potential basis, in our system, you can build your channel as big as you want and earn from every product payment on every point. This is how we create generational legacy. Because when you finish growing maybe a 25-point big channel, you can hand it over to your children. They can build it to 50 points. And they can hand it over to your grandchildren who can build it to 100 points. And they'll be earning on every point as long as they qualify to earn. What does this translate into? What is the rands and cents here? Well, we can't answer that question because we don't know how each of you are going to grow. Every one of you will do it differently. But if we take some averages, 20 years of data, and we work out what is a reasonable growth formula for somebody who has a full-time job, not a lot of spare time, but can just do a little bit of work each month. We come up with a growth formula we call 3 + 2. Now, people sometimes get stuck on this. They think this is the only way you're allowed to grow. No, this is just an example. You are all going to grow at different rates. But if you grow at 3 + 2, what does it mean? In your first month with us, you are responsible for putting 3 people in your channel. 3 people, that's it, all right? And then every month thereafter, +2, you have to put 2 people in. If you can do that persistently over time, every month, +2, you personally, +2. And you work with your guys, and we apply our maths of lapses, cancellation rates, people not following 3 + 2. We believe that over time, 6 months, you can reasonably expect to be on about 2,500 Rand a month. 2,500 Rand a month doesn't sound like a lot of money, but it is 30,000 additional rands that you have created for your household in 6 months with us. See how different we are than the rest of these things you read about and hear about. 450 Rand a product. No. Other people say, no, you'll be earning 100,000 Rand in 3 months. No. If we are going to create lifetime wealth for you, money that comes in every month, we're going to have to put some time in. 6 months down, you're on 30,000 Rand a year. If you can do another 6 months with us to a year, you'll be on about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. That's 120,000 Rand you have just added to your household income. You still got your job, but halfway through the month, DuePoint puts another 9,000 to 10,000 Rand into your income. This changes everything. How many of you are willing to put 1 year in to change everything? You know what an extra 10,000 rand is? Like oxygen. It comes in the middle of the month and you're like, it's rent, it's car payments, it's paying off all your clothes and Pick n Pay debt accounts. 10,000 rand every month. Not in the month when you manage to sell the pots. No, every month coming in when those debit orders run. All right, now, can you do 2 years with us? Because I'm sure if you do 1 year, you'll do 2 years. In fact, our data says that will be true. If you can do 2 years with us, by the end of the second year, you can reasonably expect to be on about 27 to 30,000 rand a month. That's 360,000 rand a year. Most people in South Africa will never earn that much. You've done it in 2 years. Can you commit to 2 years? That is the biggest question mark at DuePoint, because people generally can't. We don't know why. We do nothing to stop them. There's nothing. We don't take their money from them. We just say, can you give us 2 years of time? And if you give us 2 years of time, you've changed your lifestyle by 30,000 rand a month. I know what Rob says. Rob says at this point, you can be responsible and you can go and settle your home loans. You can settle your car loans. You can settle it. Or you can go and finance a 911 Porsche. I think that's what he's going to do. Right? This is what these are your choices. You now have the luxury of choices. That's something that we generally don't have as South Africans. Hey, if we can do 3 years, that'll become 45 to 50,000 rand. If you can do 4 years, it'll become 60 to 65,000 rand. This is you putting 2 in every month consistently, including Christmas and your birthday. You have to put 2 in every month, all right? And if you can do half a decade with us, it becomes 80 to 100,000 rand. 80 to 100,000 rand is R1 million a year on the lower end of that bracket. R1 million a year puts you in the top 0.5% of earners in the country. You have a new friend. He's called SARS. With R1 million a year, you are now able to design a very different future for yourself. Did it take you 5 minutes? No. Did it take 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months? No. We do not make those promises here. At DuePoint, we tell you that if you can give us half a decade of your time, we'll change everything about your future and the future of your children. That's what we do here. People find that very difficult. 5 months in, you guys are going to say, oh, this is taking forever. We've had people like that. We always laugh. There's one of the chaps here, Nick van Tonder. He said after 2 weeks, he sat down with his wife and he said, I have spoken to everyone and they've all said no. And she said, really, you've spoken to everyone in 2 weeks? She said, sit down, come, let's write down the names of all the people. He'd spoken to 13 people. She said, I don't think you've really got started yet. There's 51 million South Africans. You get 51 million tries at this business. The first 100 might say no, but the next 100 might say yes and change everything about your future. How hard are you willing to work to change your destiny? What options do we have in South Africa these days? That's what I always like. People come to me and, I'm not doing this business. I go, really, what are you doing? No, I'm going to just stay being poor. Because that's our only other option, is it not? It's the only other option we have. Because if there was another one, we'd all be doing it, wouldn't we? We'd all be in our yachts in the Mediterranean right now. If you stay employed, you stay poor. You do. There's no debate around that. 0.5% of South Africans will reach their aspirations with employment. We're saying keep your job. Great, it's putting food on the table. But pick up this tool and start giving yourself options. Start giving yourselves options. Does this work? Is it just marketing? No. We have people on the ground, thousands, earning already at DuePoint. Will you become part of them? Every month we put a handful of people up. Different people. We don't put high flyers up. We could do that, but we don't want to be like those companies. We put regular individuals using this tool on the part-time up to show you what they can do. We've got George and Bridget Buerter this month from Port Elizabeth. Every month we change them. From Port Elizabeth, they've never been to our offices. As far as I know, they've never ever been set foot in this office. They've built their channel completely using our remote tools down in Port Elizabeth, showing you that it can be. As I said, if it was an inconvenient trip out here tonight, don't ever come back. Just use our tools. Watch us live. After a year, they're on 5,500 rand a month. Now that puts them in the 1+1 club. They didn't hear my presentation where you have to do 3 and then 2 each month. They just did 1 every month. They don't have time. They're old. All right, I'm not allowed to say they're old. They're almost old, okay? They're like 70. All right, they're almost old. My parents are 70. They tell me I'm not allowed to tell them they're old. There's got to be a line somewhere. Where's the line after which you're allowed to call people old? Anyway, relatively old. They don't have time. They're building a pension. What's the state pension at the moment? 1,800 rand a month. What are you going to buy or live on with 1,800 rand? They've increased their pension to 5,500 rand a month. They're quite happy about that. They get it every single month. 70,000 Rand a year. This is how life has changed. One more year with us, and they'll be on 11,000 Rand a month. Happy to be on 11,000 Rand a month. Took them 2 years, no problem. I'll take 11,000 Rand every single month. No problem. Using the tool. Then we've got Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus is Nelspruit, Mpumalanga area, Limpopo area, that sort of greater area, working around there. He's been with us for 7 months. Now, I heard from his guys that he'd actually only been working on DuePoint for 3.5 months, from about Christmas. Before then, he'd done nothing. So from Christmas to when we pulled these figures 3.5 months later, he's built an income for himself of 7,500 Rand a month. So that's 3.5 months. So we've got George and Bridget, take a year to get to 5.5, and we've got Zacchaeus, who took 3.5 months to get to 7,500 Rand. The tool is yours. You will decide what you do with this tool, how much time you put it in. You can see he's a dull personality. He's got no personality, this man. All right? But maybe you are a little bit more dull. Maybe he's charismatic. It doesn't matter. Maybe it takes you a year as well. It doesn't matter. The tool's yours. It creates lifetime income. Then we've got Rudolph and Marsha. They've been with us for 2 years. What does this look like after 2 years? All right. So we said, in my mathematical calculation, you should be on around 27 to 30,000 Rand after 2 years. Excellent. These two folk run their own business full time. They don't. This is not, DuePoint is not their full time thing. They do this on the side for 2 years. They are currently on 33,914 Rand a month. Remember, I said 27 to 30,000. They're on 33 after 2 years. 360,000 extra rands they get every year now from DuePoint. All of this rests in your hands. We put you back in control. You're back in control. Go to our YouTube channel. Go and look at all the other testimonies. People earning a couple hundred Rand a month, a couple thousand, tens of thousands, 50, 60, 100,000 Rand a month. They're all there. Go and see the people changing their lives using our returns program here at DuePoint. All right. That, ladies and gentlemen, is DuePoint. That is what we do here. Everything I tell you from this point forward is just cherries on the cake. All right? Everything you need to know about making a decision about DuePoint, I've just given you. If you want to become a wealth engineer with us, you go to our website, dewpoint.net. You click the big blue apply button. You fill out the form, no money having passed from your hands. You're a wealth engineer this evening. And this very evening, you can start creating your channel here at DuePoint. We are doing a very special evening on Thursday this week. You picked a good week to come. We only do it once every 3 months. So well done for picking this week. It is called Third Degree Thursday. On this Thursday, we answer the questions that come up from people, from guests. We've got a whole week to collect those questions. You can either send them to info@dewpoint.net, or you can tweet them to us at #DewPointThird. The people you want to bring here that have got the difficult questions, send us those difficult questions. On Thursday night, we're going to answer as many of them as we possibly can. I've got a whole lot of wealth engineers flying up from around the country. They're going to help me answer the questions so that you don't just hear it from me, the Autobot, yeah. You can hear it from people on the ground, answering the questions about how they're building and what they're doing to succeed at DuePoint. It is going to be an amazing night. Wealth engineers, I'm encouraging you to get your channels here, but also get guests. Somebody asked me last night, is it a normal introduction presentation? Yes, it is. Of course, we'll do the introduction presentation, but we're going to tag on this section as well. So make sure you bring your guys, guests and wealth engineers, and tune in live wherever you are in the country. Fill the rooms, tune in. This is going to be a powerful evening in handling the questions that people have about this business. Folks, if you're serious about this business, get the tools. Get the tools. There's the USB stick. It's got our presentation on it. It means you don't need to be using data. Get the backup batteries, guys. Every one of you, if I pulled your phones out now, what are you all on? 6%, 7%. Eh? I know what you're on. Now you've brought a guest. They want to fill out the form on your phone, and they can't. Your battery's dead. Guys, get the backup batteries. We've got good pricing on all of these things that don't make me money. They don't. They make you money. Get the business cards. It's a 5,000 Rand personalized set that we give you for 645 Rand. Why are we able to do that? Because we have leverage. We go in with bulk. We're a big insurance company, and we can get you custom-made business cards that would normally cost you 5,000 Rand for 645 Rand, and you get 500 cards in your set. Get the tools if you want to get serious about this business. Guys, subscribe to us on YouTube. It's your #1 connection with with us. It's free to subscribe. Get on there, start using it. If you've never used YouTube before, tonight is the first night of the rest of your life. Get onto YouTube, connect in with us, and then you are in contact with us. Download our app, put it on your phone, put it on your tablet. It's free, but it plugs you in real time to your channel. Second by second, you can see what's happening in your channel. It's got your training in it. Watch the training. Oh, how I beg you guys to watch the training. People just refuse. It's because it's got the word training on it. I don't do training. I already know what I'm doing. Guys, this is such a different system. It is such a unique economic solution here at DuePoint. You need to watch the training. Please do it. It's on your app. Your personal details and your product documentation are all on your app. Download it tonight before you go tonight. We've introduced a new piece of technology into our app, guys. Notifications. Please, if you haven't been using the app up until now, start getting onto the app, because we're going to be phasing out our SMSs and we are going to be using the notifications going forward to communicate with you. You're going to want it. It's our live stream links, etc., all in there. Make sure you are using our app and that you've got the latest version. Guys, as part of getting you started here at DuePoint, we want to get you kick-started. We want to get you up and running. We run what are called monthly wealth quests. Wealth quests are simple exercises with a couple of criteria, and everybody who completes the criteria is able to choose from a reward that is designed around creating a toolkit for you here at DuePoint that you can use. This month, we've got the Young Guns wealth quest running. What you've got to do is you've got to go out, you've got to find 2 people under the age of 30. That means 29 or younger. Okay? And if you can put these 2 people in and get them qualified, what do you got to do to get qualified? You got to get them to put 3 people in each. You see, I just explained the entire system to you in 3 fingers. Okay, that's how complicated DuePoint is. Get 1 person in, 2 people under the age of 30, get them to get 3 people in each, and all paid by the end of this month, and you can pick from one of 3 tools, 5,000 Rand in cash, or your very own smart TV, big one like this, or your very own Apple iPad. Not a Fong Kong proper iPad. You'll peel it out the box yourself that you can pick from. I think you can understand the value of what we're doing here. Get stuck in. There's plenty time left in this month for you to find 2 people under the age of 30, get them qualified, get them paid, and you can pick from one of those tools. All right. Rank 4s and above, we're going to talk about ranks in a minute, but rank 4s and above, you know the 90-day challenge is running. You have till the 31st of May. If you're able to put 5 rank 2s into your channel by the 31st of May, you get 25,000 Rand in cash. This is a very powerful, powerful quest that we are running right now. And rank 4s, I'm hoping you're burning every end of the candle to get there. 25,000 Rand in cash. So, ladies and gentlemen, we know that many of you don't know how to do this. I'm working through all the objections here. Oh, it's a pyramid scheme, cross that one off. Oh, I don't have time, cross that one off. I don't have money, cross that one off. Now that, okay, I don't know how to do this. Guys, we know you don't know how to do this. So we have created what we call the XP Rewards Training Program. What it does is it takes your hand and it runs you through a series of steps and programs that take you from beginner to expert. As you complete the programs or the steps in this thing, we give you XP points. They're called experience points. They're simply a measure of your progress in our system. They're not worth anything. But as you gain the experience, naturally your channels are going to start growing. And where you meet the experience and channel size criteria in our program, we rank you up. You can't be a beginner forever. We've got to move you forward. And as we rank you up, we reward you. In the beginning, we reward you with a little bit of cash. As you become a little bit more experienced and your channel's a little bit bigger, well, the cash starts getting a lot more serious in our program. At rank 5 and beyond, we start to equip you with tools. Tools we know you're going to use to accelerate the growth of your channel. At rank 5, we give you a lightning memory stick that we import from the United States of America. It's full of our downloads, presentations, tools, testimonies, everything you need to link people, connect people to DuePoint without using any data. At rank 7, we give you a 12,500 Rand set of imported business cards. These are not normal business cards. These business cards are gold gilded, gold printed and custom made. They are the finest set of business cards in the country. And they're made for you at rank 7. If you want to go and take a look, go and ask these guys. Some of them are in the audience this evening, so you have a look at some of their gold ingots. It's not ink, it's gold gilding. They won't let you touch them, but you can see them. And you can see what a 12,500 Rand set of business cards looks like, and they're yours at rank 7. At rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size with us, each year that you do for the rest of your life, we take you away every year for a 1-week holiday, 5-star business class, all expenses paid. You don't pay for the air ticket. You don't pay for the airport tax. You don't pay for the transfer to the airport. It's all expenses paid from your door back to your door at rank 9 every year. Every year. This is our baby holiday here at DuePoint. Our program is already built to 28 ranks. This is the first of 4 holidays in our program. It's the cheap one. It's the cheap and dirty one that we have here. And it happens at rank 9. One thing about DuePoint is that we don't run competitions here. I always get a little frustrated. Our wealth engineers say, this month's competition is. No, it's not. Nothing is won at DuePoint. Everything is earned. And it is earned on an accumulating basis. When we hit January next year, you don't start from scratch again. You don't go to naught. You might not make rank 9 this year. And in fact, it's likely, because at 3 plus 2, if that's all you do, it takes 19 months to get to rank 9. All right? You can build faster, like Zacchaeus. He's going to be rank 9 in no time. But if you're only able to put 2 people in a month, it's going to take you a year and a half to get to rank 9. Why? Because at the end of your first year, you won't quite have enough to be rank 9. But we start you on that position on the 1st of January next year. And you're able to build from that point forward. And if you miss it next year, it doesn't matter, because in the January the following year, you start with 2 years of accumulated size behind you. And you grow, and you grow, and you grow. So we have 2 guarantees at DuePoint. The first guarantee is everybody who persists over time. And when I say persists, I mean not the first 5 months. I mean the 5 years will go rank 9. And everybody, second guarantee we make it, everybody who quits will never go rank 9. Now what we laugh at is we say, this is actually like where you've made it out of nursery school, you're now in primary school. That's all it is. You've just made it to the first rung of success at DuePoint when you hit rank 9. But people get really excited about this. You know what they forget? They forget about why we do DuePoint. Why do we do DuePoint? Is it to take people on holidays to Mauritius? No, why are we doing DuePoint? We're doing DuePoint to create wealth. Not money, wealth. Because when you have wealth, you can go to Mauritius every weekend if you like. You can't do that with our XP Rewards program. No, you don't join DuePoint for these holidays. You join them for the returns program. And over time, we realize the difficulties, the hardship, the sacrifices you will make to create wealth with our system. And so we reward you along the way at milestones to keep you motivated and to keep you growing your wealth. And if you make rank 9, every year that you maintain your channel size going forward, your holidays are going to look like this. That's all right. I'll be there. Or you're going to be there, because I'm going to be there. Patrick, where's Patrick? Patrick's in the back there. He always says, if you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for your kids. Because they come with. They come with on all of our trips. Husbands, wives, and kids. Now, I'm not too sure of many other systems that take your family with you. I know of lots of systems that make you pay for the air ticket. That doesn't happen here. Now, will you make rank 9 this year? As I said to you, if you do 3 plus 2, you're going to make rank 9 in 18 months. But we've got 9 months left in this year, and you can make it. If you'd like, the record is 5 months to rank 9. And I'm happy to see that record tumble. It's completely in your hands. Do you want to get to rank 9 this year? It's okay. You can do it. But if you don't make it, it's also okay. Because whatever you build this year is what you're going to start on for next year. And we go every year. So I always tease the guys in October. They all take their foot off the accelerator. They're all like, oh, I'm not going to make it. I'm like, why? Do you think we're not going next year? You should keep your foot in the accelerator because you're going to join us next year. At rank 11, we give you another very useful tool. It's your own car. It's not branded. It is not financed through us. You don't rent it from us. And we don't give it to you and then take it away. I've seen and heard all of those before. No, this is a car we give you so that you can build your economic freedom with us here at DuePoint. That's what we do. We don't have the frills and the bells and the promises and all of that you hear out there. We give you the reality here at DuePoint. And we are very, very serious about it. We've put tens of millions of rands into this division. We have brought all the best people in the country together and put the best system in place to be a viable economic solution for South Africans. One that will last them to their last breath and one that will be handed over generation after generation. You are going to pay the price of time here. You are. It is not going to take you 5 minutes, but it will change everything about your future. Tonight, if you've got questions and concerns, it's quite natural. Come and ask the questions. Ask the people who brought you here. Ask the staff. Don't walk out of here without this tool in your hands this evening. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you all outside, and thanks for all of you who've tuned in live tonight.